And then we decide whether we want to keep the joke in or not, depending on how offensive it is.
Well, I don't think that really matters. We put everything in.
Whether it's offensive. We never edit anything out.
We don't give a fuck.
Hey, you guys should appreciate us. We're in, right? We're live.
We're live, dog. We're live.
You guys should appreciate us while we still give it up like we do, because once not like that. Like, give up the content.
That's true.
You know, like the hot takes.
Yeah, man, because it's going to get to a point we're going to get too big, and then we're going to have to keep it PC and stuff. So,
yeah.
So enjoy the unfiltered, raw that we are right now in this pod.
Yeah,
because
this is the condomless version of the pod.
No, that's true. That's what
I'm saying.
You know, sometimes we may give you a plan B.
Yeah.
But that's about it,
Or sometimes we may tell you to squat. Squat on the toilet. Let me see it. I need to make sure.
Yo, I got a story about that. I got a story about this, yo. This happened in my sophomore year, right? So...
Hold on, before you do that. Welcome back to Bridgin the Gap. I am Get Rich Never Die. This is
Official DJ Leo.
And we're live, baby. We're live, baby. Episode 14 of the Bridgin the Gap podcast, bro. We made it all the way to 14, baby. And we're gonna make it to 20. We're gonna make it to 30. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully
30.
we don't run out of things to talk about, because that's what happens with regular podcasters. But we ain't your regular podcasters.
Nah, but I think eventually we're gonna start getting more guests. We're gonna start planning. We're gonna start calling people, and we're gonna have guests. We have all the technology in order to bring you guys, not just you'll be able to see who's talking to you, but you'll also be able to hear with perfect audio quality.
And the quality and the audio matching the video.
That's true. I know. We've been having some issues, but I think we fixed it. Cheers. Yo, it's early in the morning, but sometimes you just need a beer.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
For sure.
It's probably 5 o'clock when you're hearing this podcast, so it makes the beer eligible, you know?
Yeah, and maybe 21. Maybe. Yo, so
you were telling, you had a funny story about that?
Yeah, man. So I was in high school, and I was in English class. And, you know, I don't know if you know, but like sometimes you might have these stupid juniors or seniors that failed, you know, English, and they need to take like a lower level English in order to whatever. Anyways.
Remedial shit.
Yeah. So I had well, for them it's
the grade before.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So I had this two seniors in my English class, and I'm there, you know, we're all in the table, and then they're talking about that she was the one girl telling the other one that she's scared because he's like, yo, he came inside me. And the one girl was like, yo, but like, were you guys showering? Were you guys standing or something? She's like, yeah, it was in the shower. She's like, oh, don't worry about it. Gravity's gonna let it go down. And you know, up to that point, I was sexually active, but I was actually, you know, taking protection or whatever. But like, I was like,
you were taking protection?
Well, I was using protection, bitch, whatever. But then I was like, that doesn't sound right.
You were on the pill. No, that doesn't sound right. It's like, if it's up there, it's up there.
Exactly. And then many years later, I found out that definitely, regardless of the position, the girl can get pregnant. But to this day, I remember that conversation because it was just like, the one girl said it so confidently too. Like, yo, no, you were standing up. Don't worry about it. It won't go up there or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess that's what I got. That's how I got to do it.
I would share more stories, but then I get questioned about them at home.
Yo, you don't understand though. I mean, that's a sore topic over here because there's times where, you know, I tell my wife anything I say in this pod will be used against me in the court of wife.
in the court of marriage. For real, bro.
Yo, there's times where shit, you know, and I think we talked about this before, where it's like almost instantaneously. Sometimes she'll listen to something as we're recording it.
Yeah.
We'll stop it, and then she'll question it right away.
Yeah, it's like, yo, how are you jealous about something that happened before you?
Yo, but it's not even jealousy. It's just anything I say, yo. She'll question anything. So it's like, anyways. It is true what your fiance says. We do use this shit to decompress.
Decompress, yes. She called it we're using the potty.
Using the potty.
These first 13 episodes were potty training.
That's it.
That's it.
We are using the potty. We're squatty potties.
Yeah, squatty potty. So Leo, how you been, bro? Wait, we recorded last week. Yeah,
of course.
All right. So how you been? How you been within the last week? Everything good?
Everything's great, man.
No doctors, no hospital visits for
nothing.
either of us.
No, as you can tell, I'm not hungover. So
thank God, bro.
I survived that.
This was how Leo sounded last pod. Yeah, towards the end.
I was dying.
Towards the end, you were dragging yourself.
Let me tell you something. I'm a soldier because I was dying.
I was gonna say that.
Fucking dying from the moment we hit record. Okay, and it doesn't matter because I still fucking.
Let's give it up for Leo. Let's give it up for Leo for pulling through his suffering the consequences of his own actions. Like, yeah, you're a soldier. You pulled through.
I pulled through. Hey, I blame my wife. She left me. I'm like a child. You can't leave me alone.
Can't leave him alone.
Can't leave me
Play
alone.
with all his toys all night long.
All night long. I played with all my toys. Whoa.
That sounds like you had a vibrator action.
Whoa. No. What?
No. Well, all right. Never mind.
No. None of that. None of that.
Transition.
We don't do what you do. Anyways.
All right. You spun it back on me. Spun it back on me. I like it.
Talking about vibrators, yo. Let's talk about what happened yesterday at the Marlins Phillies game. Because I think she is.
Fuck my week, I guess.
Oh, shit.
Go ahead. No, fuck my week, I guess. That's what we're doing here. I had like great stories lined up too. I was like, all right, remember this happened to you, this happened to you. Leo's gonna throw it back to me. Then he got right into the fucking game. I'm like, all right. I asked you how your week was.
My bad.
And then he was like, yeah, my week has been great. Anyways.
You know what it was is that you used the vibrator and that bitch looks a little bit dykey.
She looks a little bit dykey's funny. She does look like she doesn't have company though.
Yeah.
Like
does.
who would want to be around that? But before we get there,
yeah, let's. How's your week? Yo, how was your week?
Yo, my week has been all right up until the point that I caught a flat tire doing Uber Eats. Man, I got a flat. Yeah, man.
What happened?
It's not the best. It's not the best when that happens. So, I was on the two left turning lanes, right? Mm-hmm. And it was dark. So I'm turning, and as soon as you get to the street, like as soon as you get straight, there's a pothole right there. So I had no time to react because I was just turning. So I'm like, papa. My car went papa. Like it was the loudest sound I've ever heard my car do.
Oh.
So I was like, ooh, that didn't sound good. So for that time being, it was okay, right? But it didn't feel good. It didn't, like my car was like my car's been shaking also for a while. Like every time I hit like 46 miles per hour, that's the sweet spot where it starts shaking, right?
That means you need a balancing, but whatever.
Anyways, bro, so I go over that pothole, I do the delivery, and then I end up accepting this $25 order to drive 20 miles.
Okay.
So I was like, that's not bad. That's pretty good. I could end the night with this. I'm going to the plaza where I go to pick up. And, I'll get on the phone, Christina, because I had the whole dream about Mayweather fighting. And I'm like, yo, did I tell you? Was it you? Because I found out he's fighting Tyson. And then, that allows me to not listen to my music anymore. And I'm hearing everything clearly. And I just hear rah, 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 rah. And and then I'm feeling my car kind of like slant to the left. I'm like, oh no. And then Christina was like, what, babe? Is everything okay? I'm like, oh God, no. She's like, babe, is everything okay? I'm like, I just got a fucking flat.
Damn.
And dog, when I ended up calling my homie because I had a jack, but the jack wasn't like, it was broken a little bit. So I wasn't going to risk my car or anything with that faulty jack. So my homie had to bring a jack. I had to change my tire. I put the spare on and drove back home. Yeah, round of applause for changing, for me knowing how to change my own tire, even though it's not my first time. I've changed it a bunch of times.
Let's do it. We're celebrating.
Yeah, no, I feel like you should know as a man. The least thing you should know is how to change your tire.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna double down on not just as a man, as a person that drives a vehicle. You should know how to change a tire.
But especially as a man,
of course. And one of the first things I did, I have a son and a daughter. I actually took them outside one time when I needed to, I had a flat, and I took them outside, and I was like, "This is how you change a tire." And
shout out for Leo being a good dad, bro. Come on, man.
I get a lot of things wrong, but every so often.
I'm like a broken clock is right twice a day. Yeah,
Yeah. Me was, I don't know. Somehow it was just like once a month. Once a month or something, But
good shit.
Yeah, man. But damn, okay. So you changed the tire, and I guess you ended up not having to do that 25.
No, bro. I waited an hour for my homie to get there.
Damn. What was he doing?
He was doing DoorDash.
Oh, okay.
He was doing I was like, yo. I was like, bro. I was like, bro, where you at? He said, oh, I'm doing DoorDash. I'm like, oh, that's funny. I'm doing Uber Eats. Look at us. So he slid over. He helped me out, man. Shout out to Chris.
He slid over?
Yeah, he slid. Like
pause.
That's not a pause, bro. That's just young vernacular. You wouldn't get it because you're 40.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
You're 40, man, and old and washed up.
He slid in your DM.
I didn't say that. I say he
slid in your car.
I'm about to slide on you right now, bro. I'm about to slide on you right now.
He slid on your back door.
I'm about to slide on you. You're lucky you did something nice for me.
Maybe. We don't talk about it.
We don't talk about it?
I mean, we can talk about it. I mean, I don't know if you want to cry on camera.
Oh, man.
Because I will shit on you.
All right. Back behind the scenes talk. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it a little bit before we get back to the Uber shit. I feel like I had a good Uber story, but I forgot it. The only Uber story I could think of right now is the flat tire. But I'm pretty sure I had some funny ones too. Some funny shit happened. I just forget. Dude. Hey, shout out to Leo, bro. Leo acts like I think the asshole act or like the toxic act is just like a defense mechanism for like his goodness. I feel like you're not really an asshole, man.
Ask my wife and children if I'm an asshole or not.
That's different. They have to deal with you.
Exactly. That's a different kind of asshole.
Yeah, that's different, bro. That's different. It's like 24/7 for my whole life.
Yeah,
it's
right.
Different. When you get a little break and then you come back with Leo. He could be a nice guy, man.
Sometimes.
Nah, but Leo almost made me cry. I'm gonna put it out there.
Oh,
put it out there. Leo almost made me cry. Man,
you gonna do it?
First,
you gonna do it?
First, Leo was like trying to hook me up with a job last night, with something that I'm very passionate about. So I appreciate that, bro. And then this morning he's like, hey, that box right there. That's a gift for you. That's something for you. And I'm like, nah, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. It's right there. Should I show it to the camera? Do you want to keep it away from it? Is there somebody that wanted it and then I got it instead? Okay.
No.
All right. Yo, Leo surprised me with this, guys.
What?
A MacBook, bro. A MacBook. What is it? MacBook Pro?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Oh my God.
We don't do air up in this bitch.
Bro, I had my MacBook Pro, just to put it into perspective, guys, how we've been doing the audio for this podcast. It's been on my 2013 MacBook Pro.
Damn.
that I bought for my dad.
Dang.
Well, technically I gave him $100 and he wanted $300, and then I never finished doing the Klarna.
He never finished doing the
installments. Yeah. No, I never finished.
That's funny.
But I'm like, also, you're gonna charge
your son? Damn, that's fucked up.
No, but shout out to my pops.
Yeah,
he's up with the great sizzler in the sky. I don't know what that means. I just heard Eminem say it.
Great sizzler in the sky. Well, I guess when you were poor in poor white neighborhoods, the sizzler was something for what's the seafood place? Red Lobster. The sizzler was like a Red Lobster, but it was even lower than Red Lobster.
I thought Red Lobster was 5-star.
What?
Michelin star restaurant,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah, it's a Michelin -7. Dude, I don't even know if their lobsters are real. There might be.
Might be genetically engineered.
Genetically, those lobsters, I think you might get them at a, they might grow them somewhere.
I'm not gonna lie, you threw me off. I was so dumbfounded and like thrown out of left field, no pun intended, when you brought in that baseball story, bro. I forgot all the stories I was gonna talk about. I was like, damn, we just totally skipped my week.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, it's all right. It's all right, man. Damn, I want to think about it because it was some funny shit I had to say. Anyways. Thank you, Leo. I appreciate you, dog. I appreciate you, man.
We do it for the pod. Now you're gonna.
Now I have
no excuses.
No excuses, and the proper equipment.
Yeah.
With memory.
Yeah.
With memory, good RAM, newer.
For
Not
sure.
my 2013.
No.
12-year-old laptop.
12.
It's
nigga.
a whole teenager.
Yeah. Damn.
It's a whole teenager, bro. It's gonna be a whole teenager. Yeah.
That's crazy, yo.
You can't have your laptop be a teenager.
No, for sure. Yeah. So,
damn, you want to jump with the lady, or you don't want to jump with this spectacle, this outrageous, outlandish spectacle that is Tyson versus Floyd?
Not really, though. I honestly, you sent me this story. So for those of you who don't know, it was just announced that Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson are going to be fighting, aka an exhibition.
An exhibition,
and which is more like
a money grab,
a sparring session, basically.
It's a money grab. It's a glorified sparring session.
Honestly, it didn't move me at all. It didn't change. Like, first of all, I'm a Mayweather hater. I hate him. Period. There's nothing about him. I think he damaged the sport of boxing because, unfortunately, he had a lot of success with his style, which made a lot more people want to copy his style. And now all you see is little copycat Mayweathers, which took away from the sport. Because what Mayweather did, and let's give him credit for. At least, I don't know if it was him or his team. I don't think he's that smart, so I'm not going to give him the credit. I'm going to give his team the credit. But they were smart enough to understand that with boxing is all about the points. So Mayweather would get in. He would get his 3 or 4 shots that would look good for the judges. Then he would run around for 2.5 minutes, go back, sit down, come back, do the same thing. And so now that's what boxing is. You basically go in, you get 3 or 4 shots that are gonna look good and get you the most points, and then that's it.
Okay,
so that's why I don't like Mayweather.
I feel you, but no. Okay, I get that. I guess it influenced boxing in that way. Also, the exhibition matches, also the crossover matches that he did. I think he did spark that idea and thought and planted a seed in many people's heads. Like, it all started with the McGregor fight, and I feel like that's when boxing got a different look. It created a wider audience that
the money got bigger too.
The money got bigger, and they looked at it more as content rather than the actual science and beauty of the sport.
Yep.
Right, and it became a money grab. It became an event to put. So you could make the most money just putting 2 names together, people who draw viewership, and just put them in there. I get that. I understand that. But I also think, on the other hand, sometimes being great is like, if you imitate greatness exactly how it's supposed to be, like Shakur Stevenson is one example of what you said, the style of fighting that you said. Gaining points, dodging, moving around, not getting hit, doing the hitting and not getting hit. But that's the name of the sport, 1. 2, I feel like what Skull did, I think Michael Skull versus Canelo, the last Canelo fight.
Oh yeah,
that to me, that was running away. To me, that is what I saw him do against Canelo is what I feel like you see Mayweather do against his opponents. But if you watch closely, Mayweather was just a good invader, and rarely ever took steps back. He was more dodging than taking steps back and running away.
Yeah.
I feel like people got the wrong impression of that because Mayweather's hands broke, and then he wasn't a in your face fighter after his hands broke. He was very careful with the punches he chose because he knows that at any moment his hands were very brittle and fragile. He couldn't punch with the power to the extent of he did when he was younger. So I guess that kind of changed his style. I think his style was forced to change. But the Mike Tyson versus Mayweather thing is interesting in the fact that people are creating spectacles and exhibitions based on you not knowing what's going to happen. Fights sell because you don't know what's going to happen. That's what brings the viewership, because I don't know what's going to happen, so it's going to take me watching this fight to understand what might happen.
Yeah.
I feel the damage to the sport that they have caused is not in the sense of the style or anything. It's just making these types of events just for the money waters down and washes away what the sport actually stands for.
Yeah.
And that's the unfortunate part, because one, I don't want to see Mike Tyson fight anymore.
No.
I don't want to see him in the ring. Honestly, it's sad, and it's the most grotesque thing ever, because you start to wonder if it's his team pushing him to do these things or if it's him really wanting to.
Or the money. Maybe he needs it.
Maybe he needs it. And you don't want to think these things about your legends and about the people that have played a great influence in your life.
I'm going to take a different side to that, because what to me what's happening is the money that's being spent on them is not being spent on new talent. So what they're doing really is limiting new talent from coming into boxing. So this is the reason why we keep getting these staled fights, because we want to hold on to these. We're going to talk about, Canelo, Crawford soon, next, I think. And honestly, Canelo to me is done. I mean, it's not done in the sense where maybe his skills have completely diminished, but to the point where he's already been so saturated that I'm done. I don't have to see him anymore. Just like you mentioned last pod, where you're done, you're okay not having to see Messi live.
Yeah.
Same thing with Canelo. This guy has way too many fights, and at one point he was fighting 2 or 3 times a year. I'm done. I don't need to see Canelo anymore. I mean, listen, the Crawford thing is a little interesting. Again, we're going to get into that. But what I'm saying is they're spending all these money on all these boxers that are washed out or going to be washed out soon, which is limiting the amount of new talent that we're getting in the sport. So what's going to end up happening is we're going to have a vicious circle of the few young boxers that we have now that are up and coming or that are already in our professionals. They're going to juice them out as well. And then it's going to get to a point where we're going to be watching Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. fight because there's not going to be that many good boxers. So I don't know.
I'll take a different approach on this too.
Yeah.
I think boxers stepping into the content space, I think honestly it might be the saving that boxing needs. Here's my explanation why. If everybody takes the approach of what Ryan Garcia did and do it in their own way, find their own niche to create content, then you're going to have the draw and the leverage to ask for more money when it comes time for you to fight.
Yep.
That's why I think what's happening is two worlds are colliding and they're going to mesh into one. The content creator fighting space, entertainment, putting on big events, and the science, the sweet science of the sport, the people, the not naturalist,
Purist.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. The purists are all that is on a collision course to come together.
Yeah.
And I think that's the future of boxing. For it to be saved, for the new talent to be approached and be asked to fight and to be given this money, they're going to have to make themselves available. Just like what happened with rap music, just like what happened with music in general.
Yeah.
In hip hop, it starts with, okay, you need to build your own buzz. You need to build your own following. Then we'll sign you. Same thing has to happen in boxing. But what happens is the purists are too focused in their training, too focused in their own world, trying to get better at their craft, that they're not focusing on content, because this is another space that's going to take too much time and too much concentration that one is going to give up over the other. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that collision course, the new wave, the new stars, like the new Mayweathers and new Canelos, are going to be those that take advantage of social media. Without social media, you're going to fall to the ground. You're gonna be grains of sand being picked up by the hand that fall to the ground. You're gonna be missed. You're gonna miss your opportunity just by being a purist. So I think what's gonna help, it's creating these types of events so people know that, hey, it's not about so much about the science. It's also a lot about the viewership you draw.
Well, I would agree with you if in these events they would spotlight young talent, and they do, but they don't spotlight them. They have them, and a lot of times they have them where they're fighting, not even on television. They're on their undercard, but they're not really being exposed or talked about. As a promoter, and and I think this is the only thing that I can give maybe Mayweather a little bit of a good job on. Even when he was fighting, he would always make sure that he had his fighters in the undercard. But he always took time to talk about some of those fighters while he was promoting his own fight,
Right.
So he would be like, yo, but I'm excited about this guy. I'm excited about that. So as a businessman, he understood that he needed to bring his people up, because eventually he was gonna not be in the industry.
He was building his own promotion through himself.
Correct.
Which was the smartest thing he could do. I mean, the way he executed it was him. I think the idea and the seed of that, it was definitely his team. Yeah. But his execution was well done, because he's always been very well at selling. He's always done very well at selling fights. Whether you hate him or love him, he's always been great at selling fights. Especially, I think that pivot started during the Oscar de la Hoya 24/7 All Access era.
Yeah,
where you got to see his personality, him talk shit at Oscar de la Hoya, him have that friction with his father, creating that drama, that storyline. His father used to be Oscar's training.
Yeah,
like storylines, drama. The uncle being his trainer. Yeah. This storyline, all these things create a great marketing, and it draws the attention that you need, because you want to see how this shit ends up. He was a genius for that. But back to the Tyson versus Floyd, man. What do you think? How do you think this is going to turn out?
I don't care.
I'm going to watch it. I'm still going to watch it.
I'm not going to watch.
I'm going to watch it just because I want to see it, just because.
It's a train wreck. And that's the only reason people watch. It's a train wreck. And people will like that. It's the same reason why when you see a car accident on the side of the road or on the road, you slow down to see it. It's the same reason why the people are going to take their time, their money to watch this two old men, because Tyson is old for regular people.
Yeah.
And then Mayweather is old for boxing.
Yeah.
Because Mayweather's in his 40s.
Yeah, he's 48.
Yeah, and Mike Tyson's in his 60s.
Yeah, he's 59.
Yeah. So, no, nobody wants to. I don't want to watch it. I don't
want to see two grandfathers fight. But at the same time, I'm like, I just want to see it for the spectacle that it is and what it may turn out to be. I don't know the rules. We don't have any information on this match whatsoever, what it's going to be. But here's what I think is going to go. Like, I think this is one of the times where Mayweather and Mike Tyson have this understanding, talked behind the scenes. I think they have this understanding of, watch, this is my prediction. It's going to be 16-ounce gloves, 14 to 16-ounce gloves for sure. I think it's going to be 2-minute rounds, and I think it's going to be 10 rounds.
Yeah, I was thinking 8.
I was thinking 8 through 10 rounds, 2-minute rounds. And it's going to be a glorified sparring match. They're not going to be hitting each other at their hardest. They're going to touch up each other a couple times. Mike Tyson might get one good shot on Mayweather throughout the whole fight. That's going to make the highlights. It's going to create that content that they need for it to blow up the way they need it to. And it's just going to be one glorified sparring match that afterwards you're going to feel like, what the fuck did I even watch? What did I watch this for?
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's just a money grab. It's just two of the most legendary names in boxing coming together to finesse all of us. And I'm here for it. I'm not going to lie. I'm fucking here for it. Finesse me.
I mean, so with that being said, I just want to switch up to a real boxing fight that is happening next week. Canelo Crawford. Again, I just said that I feel like Canelo is saturated, but being said, at least this is a professional fight. Two professional athletes. I don't want to say at the peak of their career, because I think Canelo is more on the downhill side of his career.
For sure, I think Crawford is at the peak of his career. I just don't think he's at the prime of his boxing. Correct.
And that's the difference. I think Canelo is so fine-tuned now that I don't really think he has to even think about his opponent as much, because he just knows when he gets in the ring, he's able to adapt to whatever, to whatever Crawford's gonna do. And I know Crawford likes to switch it up with going regular stand and southpaw, and then he kind of likes to do stuff like that. Canelo's seen it all, and I think because of that reason, it's gonna be an interesting chess match. And I think ultimately it's either gonna be a draw, or it's going to be I was going to say Crawford, but I'm afraid to say Crawford because...
You feel you might jinx him?
Not jinx him. I just feel like that Canelo has way too much skills.
Right. Yeah, I got to go with Canelo on this one not because of Crawford's skill or because I doubt Crawford, because these are both, sometimes you see fighters and they're like, oh, this guy's a brawler. These two are very cerebral, very smart, very strategic, and both have that about them in boxing. It's two different styles, because one is more Mexican, let me chase you down, let me cut the angles boxing, and the other one is more elusive, counterpunch, let me switch stands, catch you by surprise boxing. But both of them are great at what they do. Why I have to go with Canelo on this one is for the simple fact that Crawford hasn't been as active as Canelo, one. Two, Crawford also is coming up 1 or 2 weight classes up to face Canelo, and he hasn't had a tune-up fight at that weight to kind of see how he feels in the big lights after the fact, to see if he still feels the speed, the strength to match. I mean, the strength is going to be there just for the simple fact that he went up in weight, but that speed is going to be the key difference. Sluggish. Yeah. Moving up in weight and still having that same speed is something very, very, very few fighters maintain. But he does, one thing that I know, that I do know about Crawford, he does walk around in that weight range.
Yeah.
He comes down to 140, 147, but he generally walks around between 160 and 170.
Yeah, but it's different walking around than fighting.
Yeah, I know, but I know what you mean, but I'm saying that it won't be like he has to go out of his natural weight.
Correct.
Some fighter, because Canelo, when he fought Bivol, he had to go up above his natural weight.
Yeah.
You know, above even his walking around weight because he had to fight such a big guy.
Yeah. The thing is that, you know, and obviously these guys are millionaires. They probably have a huge team that is taking care of their you know, nutrition and stuff like that. Because he's used to doing all this training and everything that is to bring down the weight. Now, not only does he need to keep that training, but also at the same time keep the weight
and build muscle.
and build muscle. So I think that's the tricky part. But just going back on what you said, honestly, they're both very cerebral, like you said. The big thing is, I'm gonna say this: if they both throw 10 punches in the first round, is a lot. Period.
Yeah,
I think both of them are gonna study each other. First round, they're not like other boxers. Canelo is very un-Mexican like that. Where,
he's very strategic. He's very calm.
Yeah. Most Mexican fighters, they come in first round, they try to throw, you know, a bunch of punches just to see what, you know, how you're moving and stuff like that, to kind of gauge how you are. Canelo's not like that. He's gonna throw his few little shots just to get your quickness. Just to time your reaction. Correct.
For sure. Yeah.
And so that's what I'm saying. But Crawford's the same way. He'll throw his little punches just to get a reaction out of Canelo, just to see how he does. Oh, I threw a jab, he went left. Okay, now I know what kind of counter punch to kind of throw.
What kind of follow up punch to go with it too.
So it is going to be an interesting fight. You think it's going to go the whole way?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's going to go all 12 rounds, for sure. I think it's going to go to distance, both of them, especially because Crawford's not coming down in weight. So that he's not coming down to 140, 147. So that's really what loosens up the button on your chin and your head in general, because that dehydration is what, you know, when your brain has no water, that's what fucking one punch knocks you out. That's what happened to Ryan Garcia versus Tank.
Yep.
That rehydration clause and all that. That's why his button was a lot weaker. And I don't think Crawford is going to deal with that. And Crawford has always had he's always been able to take punches. And the same thing for Canelo.
Yeah.
You know, I think we're dealing with two of the same brains, two of the same levels of people, and I think that it's just a style fight. It's two styles coming to clash together and make for an entertaining fight, or
a very boring one. On the flip side,
a very boring one, I highly doubt, just because these two get very active in the later rounds.
Yeah, but it can be.
It's not like Mayweather.
I get it, but it could be where, like you said, later rounds, 7, 8. So the first 6 rounds are them basically throwing very minimal punches.
I think they both have things to prove. I think they have way too much to prove, both of them. Because Canelo's getting the doubt and the naysayers, and a lot of American people, you know, talking down to Canelo is going to be your end. So I feel like he has that grip back that, oh, you guys still think, you know, like, oh, I got something to prove now. And same thing with Terrence. Oh, you're moving up 2 weight classes. Oh, this guy's comfortable in this weight class. You're moving up.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not gonna lie, Terrence Crawford looks great. He doesn't look sluggish. He doesn't look like there's no belly on him. He's still looking ripped, looking muscular and shit at the weight he's gonna fight. You know,
are you watching the Netflix special?
No. I'm saving that up. No, I'm saving that up.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not gonna be here for the fight.
Yeah, man.
So I'm hoping that we get somewhere to watch it.
I hope so too.
Because you know, it is going to be on Netflix. I don't know how much it's going to cost. So let's just hope that it's available and that we can watch it and can, you know, enjoy.
Oh yeah, you got to pay for it even on Netflix.
Yeah,
I just saw that.
Yeah, it's a pay-per-view on Netflix. I don't know how much it is. I think it's a little lower because you're already paying for the subscription. Yeah. So it's not the 98 that or
it better be no more than $40 fucking. I'll tell you that.
It's probably gonna be like 60, 70.
Fucking bitches.
Yeah.
Dude, you know like what kind of put a stain in Canelo, like for like just his career in boxing in my head?
Yeah.
That Bivol fight. You know? Like I understand Canelo was coming up in weight and he wanted to try something, but I think that was too much. I think he should have just stayed right there, bro. Instead of trying to make history. Because have you there's this episode of SpongeBob where this guy's trying to punch SpongeBob, and since SpongeBob is a sponge, he's not feeling that shit, and he's like, poof, poof, poof. It's like going. He's like nonchalant to it. That's what I felt like Bevel was with Canelo's punches. Anytime Canelo tried to hit him with one of them left hooks, them power left hooks, it just felt like he was like, it didn't move Bevel. It didn't influence him. He was like, oh yeah, my arms hurt a little bit, but that's about it. Because Canelo's known for breaking down. He did that to that other guy one time, but yeah, that's what put a stain in Canelo, like, in my mind, bro. Just the way Bevel manhandled him, just like the way he moved him around. It was just, I don't think he ever should have done that, even if it was for history. But I commend him.
Listen,
that guy is huge.
I think the sport, and I kind of mentioned it, especially now that you got the guy from, Saudi Arabia throwing all that money around, right? United Emirates or whatever.
Yeah, Turkey Al-Ashir, I think.
Yeah, throwing all that money around. I think, Canelo, honestly, I think Canelo's trying to get, and I think he's done with his DAZN contract, or he's about to be done with his DAZN contract. I think he wants out, out of boxing.
I think he's done since he's making that deal with Netflix.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know if it's a deal, but I think they're gonna,
Well, all right, let me rephrase it. Since they're showing it on Netflix, I'm pretty sure DAZN is not involved.
Yeah.
Because DAZN would have to be the one showing the fight if Canelo still had the contract. The contract, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's one of these things where I feel like the money that is being thrown at the existing fighters is sort of going to waste. I've already mentioned this. I feel like we need new boxers. We need new blood.
That's another problem. I don't think kids are going to want to be boxers. I think kids are going to see what Jake Paul is doing. They're going to see what Ryan Garcia did. And boxing is going to lose its touch a little bit because they're going to have to become content creators.
Yeah, I agree. And I agree with that. They need, I think you're going to get those kids that rather be, TikTok influencers or Instagram influencers or whatever the case is. And, eventually, they're going to start something like Jake Paul and start boxing or something, but
yeah, absolutely.
I just feel like I feel bad for this sport. I love this sport.
I remember my story.
Oh, okay.
No, my bad. I feel bad for the sport too.
I really feel bad, but it is what it is.
I feel bad for the sport too, but also I feel like there's a silver lining somewhere in there, and I feel like we're gonna see less broke boxers than we used to have before, and less damaged boxers. Just because, like Tank doesn't want the shit anymore. He's fighting Jake Paul. And I don't think he even wants this anymore. I think he just wants to do big events, get paid big money for it, and minimize the risk. And as a businessman, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. I understand that, but, as a purist, as somebody who grew up watching...
Basically in the golden era, watching Tito Trinidad, Gotti, Arturo Gotti, fucking...
Rest in peace.
Younger Mayweather, Zab Judah,
De La Hoya,
Mosley, De La Hoya.
Not Chavez. Well, Chavez, yes. Senior, fuck Junior. Then we had all the other Mexican
fucking
fighters.
Triple G. Like that era, I don't know. We gotta reinvest in the viewership as boxers and shit. But
yeah.
But I don't know. They gotta reinvent the wheel, honestly, because it's not. They need a superstar, bro. There's nobody like Floyd anymore. There's nobody like Oscar anymore. There's nobody like that with that type of energy.
Well, here's my promise to you. If I win the Powerball tonight, for those of you watching, tonight is the Powerball. $2 billion are in the Powerball.
$2 billion.
I would invest in boxers, and I will bring up new talents.
Invest in me, bro. I'll fuck up Jake Paul for you. Just all I need is $500K. You got $1 billion. All I need is $500K. Build a good camp. Wilson will be my trainer.
I want to make money though.
Oh shit! Wow, that's fucked up. You don't believe in your brother-in-law?
I believe you're gonna get your ass whooped.
You don't think I'd fuck him up?
No.
You don't think I'd fuck him up?
No.
All right, now I'm gonna do it. Now I'm gonna just get popular myself.
You know what the problem is? He has 5 years on you. Like, I'm talking about of experience.
Like high level.
Yeah.
Boxing experience. Yeah, but I feel like
you would need a lot of tune-up fights with a lot of good boxers.
He doesn't have the grit like I do, bro. He's been rich for too long.
Maybe.
Yeah, this is gonna be a Rocky story. Watch. He's gonna be Apollo Creed. He's gonna be like who's the Russian guy?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. He's gonna be the Russian guy mixed with Apollo Creed.
If he dies, he dies.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna. I don't be Sylvester Stallone beating that ass.
Whoa, pause.
I didn't say eating that ass. I said beating.
Still, anyways.
All right. Let me tell you.
Yeah, tell me your story, yo, because you're like a squirrel. You gotta tell me when you remember.
Yeah, I do. Before I forget, bro. Yeah. Last night, a lady put in the wrong address for the Uber Eats. First of all, dog, if you put in the wrong address, that's on you.
Yep.
You know, but when I called her, she sounded like an older lady, right? And she's like, I don't know what happened. I don't know how this happened. It was weird to me that I was delivering food to the fresh market, to a supermarket.
Hey, you know, people eat
but
there.
This was at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, but people still work overnight to stock and shit.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I show up there and then I see a lady, but nobody's waiting for me, which is the first sign of something sus going on. I'm like, nobody's waiting for me. And like, this shit looks closed. So I'm knocking. Finally, this lady approaches me. And then she calls the manager and they opens the door up. I was like, I say the name of the person. I was like, is she here? And then they're like, nope. But are you here to give us free food? I'm like, no, I'm here to deliver for this person. So then I call the person and she's telling me, I don't know how this happened. I think I put the wrong address. Instead of 20, like she put 2200 instead of 2200, it was 3300. And I'm like, oh my God. So
it wasn't that far though.
No, it was like, all right, mind you, I was where the skating rink is. I was where Flanagan is. It wasn't that far. And then she
I mean, it's easy math. If you're in 2200,
this is the problem. I had already accepted 2 other orders while I was doing her order. So I was supposed to drop her order off and then I was supposed to go pick up the other 2 orders.
Got it.
But then the time was running out. It was about to like cancel her order. So I just completed the order. I texted her. I was like, ma'am, I'll deliver your food. You just got to give me some time. I'm going to complete the order and then I'll get it to you. She's like, oh my God, thank you so much. She gave me the right address, everything. So I pick up the other 2 orders. Luckily, the other 2 orders were all in the same neighborhood.
Got it.
I finished those 2 orders. And then she's texting me. She's like, hey, you're still going to drop off my food? I'm like, yes, I'm like, this took me in Pembroke Pines and you're all the way in Hollywood.
Yeah.
You know, which is not a major difference. But there's some parts of it that are really far from each other. And not going to lie, she wasn't that far. She lived by Wilson. She lived somewhere in that area. But I was on the other side.
Yeah, you're 1 block away.
No, it wasn't. I was.
If you're in the side of Flanagan's, you're 1 block away.
No, not Flanagan's. Flanagan is school.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
So I was over there, and then I was trying to go all the way to Wilson's, right? But first, I had to drop off these 2 orders, and as I'm literally 6 minutes away from this lady's house after I had completed the order already. I was like, I feel bad. I'm gonna take her food. I get an alert from Uber Eats. Somebody reported that she had just reported that she didn't get her food as I was delivering. I already made sure to let her know that I was going to do it. And she reported it like the whole order missing. I'm like, you couldn't give me time. Couldn't give me time to order. I even gave you my personal number so we could stay in touch.
Yeah.
And then you just do this shit. So you know what I did?
You ate it.
I took that fucking food.
Yeah, of
bro.
course. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Because that fucks up with your stars, doesn't it?
Yeah, it fucks up with, and then they said, you keep getting reports like this, we're gonna have to deactivate your account. So it's like, bro, don't do that shit. If I'm already like agreeing, like setting this thing up with you, trying to look out for you, you're the one that put the wrong address, bitch.
Yeah.
You're the one that put the wrong address.
So let me ask you a question. What would have happened if you would have just client put wrong address?
Then it would have rerouted. I don't know. I would have to call chat support, but I already had the 2 orders. I didn't have time to do all that. That's why I set it up with her. I didn't have time to call support, deal with that as I'm picking up the other 2 orders. You get me? I wasn't going to fuck up my money because I had to drive all the way where she told me it was. Then I had to drive all the way where she actually was.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to do these 2 orders so I don't fuck up my time, money thing. I want to keep it at like $20 an hour. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh my God, this fucking bitch. And then, Leo, I get home and it was the most fire chicken tenders I ever had, bro. Shout out to Huey Magoo's. Yeah, this is. I just want to make a public service announcement, bro. Huey Magoo's got the best chicken tenders I ever fucking tasted, bro. And they give you fries and toast. And I was like, damn, this lady had good taste.
She's a bitch, but she had good taste.
And I'm not gonna lie, bro. As soon as I put that food in my car, that smell was just the enclosure and the fucking... And I hadn't eaten since like 3 o'clock.
Damn.
Mind you, this was like 10 already.
Holy crap.
So I was like, I was feeling it. I was already tasting the food with my nostrils, fam. And when that happened, I was like, yeah, lady, I'm taking your food. I'm sorry. And I brought it back home, and I'm not gonna lie, bro. Huey Magoo's is where to get chicken tenders at.
Yeah,
Huey Magoo's.
Hey, if you wanna sponsor us, yo, we'll take some sponsorship money.
Holy shit, bro! Best chicken. Maybe I was hungry, but also best chicken tenders I ever had.
Well, yeah, but if you're really hungry, Anyways, talking about bitches, I started.
Yeah, talking about Karen bitches, bro, for real.
So. Just set up let me tell you what happened, and then we'll give you our opinions, which I think Jay and I are going to agree on this. So yesterday, the Florida Marlins, which is a baseball team, was playing the Philadelphia Phillies.
Which is also a baseball team.
Get the fuck out of here, for real.
Since we're stating the obvious.
Well, no, some people may not know that the Marlins are a baseball team, but... Obviously, there's both our baseball teams, whatever. So they were playing. They were playing here in Miami. One of the Phillies player hit a home run. So basically, he hit the ball out of the stadium, out of the field of play, which is called a home run. The ball went into the stands. Normally, when this happens, you have fans that run towards the ball and try to get it, and whoever gets the ball, right?
Absolutely. First come, first serve. Especially when you don't catch it.
Correct. If you catch it...
If it falls in the stands...
Or if you have it in your hands and somebody tries to rip it away, that's different. But this case, it hit the ground. It hit the ground right in front of... Oh, this is my favorite. I'm ready for this. Right in front of this Karen. And but it was in the same row as another fan. So another fan ran to it. Yeah. Grabbed the ball from the floor. He didn't grab it from her hand. She didn't have it in her hand. Nothing. He just grabbed it from the ground, took it, walked over and handed it to his son. Okay. Like a minute later, this Karen came and obviously we don't know what she said, but she was very irate. To the point where the father, literally grabbed the ball from the kid's hand and gave it to the fucking Karen.
And say, bitch, get the fuck out.
Yeah. Which was, to me, is like, yo, like, how much of a piece of shit are you to go? First of all, I would understand if, let's say the guy would have like yanked the ball from her hand or something like that. I would have probably been like, okay, yeah, she has a point. You yanked it out of her hand. But the fact that he fucking grabbed it from the ground, you were not gonna grab it, and now you come and you take it away from a fucking little kid.
Yeah. What a bitch.
What a bitch. The great part of this was, fortunately, for the kid, and unfortunately for her, this was broadcasted
on national
TV.
television. Yeah. And wait, international television, because when you clip that up and you put it on social media, everybody has access to it.
Correct. And well, the reason I bring that up is because when this happened, because they put it on TV, the PR team for the Marlins and the PR team for the Phillies saw what happened. And so because being that they were at Marlins Stadium, the Marlins PR team actually grabbed some balls and some goodies and actually brought it to the kid. And it turns out that it was the kid's birthday yesterday. So not only did the Karen take away a kid's ball, but she took the kid's ball on his birthday, okay? Just to make the story even a little bit better. Again, Phillies PR team saw it. They told the players what happened, and then the players actually invited the family to their dugout.
Shout out to the PR. Shout out to the PR.
Yeah, man. And so the kids went to the Phillies locker room and they actually got some bats. The boy got a bat signed by Nader, who was the guy who hit the home run. So he got some balls as well signed and stuff. So it turned out to be a great story.
Do you think the kids said, "See you, Nader"?
Wow. Wow.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I feel like we should stop the show after that. That was so bad.
Sorry.
That was so bad. We should just be like, fuck it. It's ended here.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. It was just right there. I had to say it.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So first things first. You want to do it? Baseball, Karen. You're a bitch. And you know what? I have a theory about this, right? Sometimes I think women go so unchecked in conflict and confrontation in life so often that they become very, very evil. And if that shit doesn't go unchecked, like white ladies with the Karen haircut, if that shit doesn't go unchecked, they do exactly what this bitch did.
Yo, you know what the worst part is? I don't know if you saw it. She was there with a man. I don't know, obviously we don't know who the woman is. I don't know what the relationship to the man is. But the guy didn't even fucking react to anything that was going on. I guess he's so used to
so used to her doing that shit.
Yeah, that he's like, fuck it. This
is just another.
Because there is another clip. There's a bunch of clips out there.
That is true. Different angles.
Angles. Well, right after she went and grabbed the ball, of course, people around her were talking a lot of shit, deservingly so. And she actually went up to one of them and got right in his face and started like pointing and shit. Listen, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to preface it by saying I don't condone hitting women. You should never hit a woman. But she got in his face, she got in his personal space to the point where, if he wanted to kiss her, he could. That's how
we got to bring back slapping women, honestly, especially stranger women who get in your face and want to pick a fight with you. We got to bring that shit back. We got to bring the 50s back. Not all of it. Don't get me wrong. Not all of it. Not segregation, not racism. But sometimes you got to bring some shit back.
Now, you know what it should happen, right? I don't think...
I know. I feel you. Her husband should do that at home.
But you... But it should be where if he doesn't do it, then he goes to jail or he gets beat up. So then if he if he gets that, then at that point that would give him the motivation to do it.
Yeah, the incentive to do it.
Because he doesn't want to go to jail. He doesn't want to get beat up.
Hey, I love you. This is gonna hurt you more than it hurts me.
It's supposed to be the other way. It's gonna hurt me more than it hurts you. But listen, honestly, it's all jokes.
Oh yeah. It's gonna,
because it is gonna hurt her. It hurts him.
Damn, the truth slipped out by accident. My bad. I meant to say it's gonna hurt me more than
it's like my hand, bitch.
My feelings, I'm good, but my hand, you fucked up my hand.
It's all red and shit. You fucking
you
bitch.
Thick skull ass bitch. Fucking cheekbone ass bitch.
Yo, we're toxic. Anyways,
nah, you know what? Sometimes bitches with the Karen haircut deserve this shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You know what? It's also just, bro. I saw a following video where there was. I don't know if you've seen this. This is a really old video. It was like right under that clip. It was in the comments. There's this really old video of the ball coming, and this little girl catches it, and a woman snatches the ball right out of her hands.
Really?
And then celebrates with her husband, like, look, I got it. Like, and it's been a weird week in sports. What's up with that tall, like, motherfucker stealing the hat from the kid at the tennis game? You saw that shit too?
Nah, I did not.
You didn't see this shit?
I didn't see that, no.
Bro.
U.S. Open is happening right now.
U.S. Open is happening. I think one of the tennis players went up to a kid. He was signing something for the kid. He took his hat off. He looked away for 2 seconds, was trying to give it to the kid. A guy came, snatched it from him without him noticing, and then put it in his girl's bag. So quick. So quick. The quickest, smoothest finesse I've ever seen. Hey. I'm not saying this. This was just the comments on Twitter. Like, racist Twitter gets really racist, bro. Somebody said, it's like, that's a very Jewy thing to do. Whoa. Wow. Bro, no, you know what really is? That is that he did a post. He was like, insulting a public figure is liable for a lawsuit or some shit. He's like, yes, the world is first come, first serve. Some bullshit thing that he put out there, man.
So he's a civil servant?
No, he's like a CEO of a company or some shit.
Ugh, what a piece of shit. Even worse. Wow. Yeah, listen, just while you search for that real quick.
Go ahead.
Listen, again, we're all jokes. We don't condone hitting violence or anything on women. We're just joking on that. But this woman, the anger that I felt from that video, and you know, let me do this. Shout out to the father for two things. One, I feel like he could have stand his ground a little bit more. There was nothing that woman was gonna do to him that he couldn't take, I guess. But
yeah, and honestly, when you go like this at the sight of a woman, that's when I know that you're not built for that type of confrontation.
Yep.
I think there's also an issue here that has to be, some onus has to be put on the man himself too, on the father. I would not have given that ball back to that bitch no matter how much he pestered or wanted to fight in front of me. And I get it if my daughter or son are between the ages of 2, 3, up until 6 years old. But that kid looked anywhere between 9 and 11.
Something like that.
9 and 12, something like that, right? At that point, my son, he's going to become a man one day.
Maybe.
Unless he wants to be they, them, or whatever.
Well, I mean, I'm just look at the example.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe a full-fledged man. But
this. Sorry to interrupt. It's funny because we're just talking about the fan in the Phillies, and I just get a message from Apple News telling what happened. But it's funny that I guess
the timing, the
timing.
Yeah. Maybe they heard you and they're like, boop boop.
That's it. Most likely.
All right. The onus has to be put on the man too, because what kind of man gets the ball fair and square and gives it back to the lady in his face, trying to argue it away from him? You stand your ground at that moment, teach your son what it's like to stand your ground, and both of you walk away proudly.
Yep.
And
Florida does have your stand your ground law.
And if things escalate, there's always security in these stadiums. There's always somebody in charge of these types of situations.
But to be fair, this bitch got in another guy's face, and security was nowhere to be found. So,
all right, I would have threatened her or advised her 3 times. You're in my personal space. Get away from my personal space, because you're not going to like what happens. Once you put the fear of God and the strength of man on a woman, bro, they will back away. Especially Like, I'm not saying my family members or my love. I'm talking about fucking piece of shit stranger woman like that feel like they could get in conflict with you.
Correct.
A little story. One time
in band camp.
One time in band camp. One time I was at a soccer game, at Mikey's soccer game.
Mm-hmm.
My other brother-in-law.
Yeah.
He, shout out to him. He starts going crazy at the ref, at everybody, because there was a kid that got hit, and then he was on the floor, and the ref continued to play. And that's a piece of shit move, because the continue to play no matter who's on the floor, that only applies to adults. When you're a kid, you're supposed to stop the game, make sure that kid is okay.
Yeah.
So he continued to play. The play continued for like a minute, and they scored. The opposite team. So he started yelling obscenities. Mikey's dad just started going crazy at the ref. And then the coach wanted to argue with him, and then he started going crazy at the coach. And then like a bunch of moms started to see that a bunch of guys started to gang up on him. And so they started like approaching him and ganging up on him. Like, what the fuck is like saying what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you cursing in front of the kids? Is probably the most Miami retarded shit I've ever heard. You're cursing while you're making a point about not cursing in front of the kids. and then I was just watching this, like, entertained. Like, I was just like eating popcorn, like entertained by this shit, because he's a big guy. He's a grown man. He can handle himself. Mm-hmm. It's not until like shit gets serious, well, I'll step in.
Yeah.
And then nothing bugs me more than like empowered women. You know how women get empowered when they gang up together and shit? Nothing bugs me more than that shit, because by yourself, you wouldn't do this. You just feel empowered because you feel like you have people on your side.
Yeah, numbers.
Yeah. And so that's when I stood up. I was like, you bitches better get the fuck back and understand that this is not about them scoring. This is about the child. If you really cared about cursing in front of the kids, you would also care about the kid who ended up being on the floor. And with that point, they fucking digressed.
Yeah.
They fucking went down. I had to make that point, because it's like, how are you arguing about cursing in front of the kids when you don't like? And they were the moms from the opposite team.
Of course.
Makes
sense.
How are you going to say that you care about the kids, but you don't care about the other kid from your opposite team getting injured?
Yeah.
You can't have it both ways. If you care about the kid, then you would have been on his side. You would have been on our side.
Correct.
And sometimes you have to make that point to them, because you gotta let them know, hey, you're dealing with men. Let men deal with each other. Don't jump in.
Yeah.
Don't jump in. Stay the fuck away from this shit.
Yeah.
And that's what the father should have done. He should have stood his ground, kept his fucking baseball, kept his memory alive with the kid, and let that woman fucking disintegrate in her fucking negative energy.
I agree with you. I think the only good thing is two things came out of this, right?
Yeah.
One, this woman was all over TV. So if she works, if she anything, people know who the fuck she is, and now she's known as the bitch.
The bitch, okay? Yeah. And the Karen.
Yeah, by the way, she probably is a bitch. Probably people hate her already, okay? So this is probably not new to those who know her, okay?
Yeah.
But the kid ended up getting a really good story out of it, because not only did he get souvenirs from the Marlins, he got to meet some baseball players from the Phillies. He got a baseball bat that is signed. So his story is way better. So I'm gonna say it turned out to be a good thing for him. It started bad, fuck that bitch, but let's make it about the kid. The kid ended up being getting multiple baseballs, a bat, meeting baseball players, and it turned out to be a great birthday.
Fuck all that. I want the home run baseball that my dad got for me, that he rushed to, got it fair and square, and we won it. But like, there's something about that if I don't know, man. Maybe I'm
get it.
just too prideful.
But remember, he got a signed bat.
You know what I would have done? No. I would have threatened the girl and then hold my son. And then if she starts like trying to slap me, then I would have gotten the home run baseball, security, and the bat either way. You feel me? Like,
I don't know. But
like, I think if he would have just stood his ground, not like react violent like I said to, I think it would have happened. I think he would have got everything and the ball.
I think if he would have kept the ball, nothing else would have happened.
Yeah?
I think it's the fact that he gave up the ball.
Yeah. Like, yeah, he gave the ball. Don't let that bitch have it. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Don't let her get away with it.
Correct.
We gotta.
Yeah, they wanted to look good. Which again, right now, the Marlins and the Phillies are looking amazing because this clip is going viral. The PR teams, but also the baseball players, because the baseball players are the ones who asked to have him come after the game to the thing.
I think this was also an influence from the tennis thing, because in the tennis thing, the kid got to get a signed hat from the dude, the player. He got to meet him. He got to take pictures.
Yeah.
They got to make it up to the kid.
Yeah, so it's all PR. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, kid left that game, with a lot of souvenirs, feeling happy. Did he have a little bit of a bad experience? Yes. Yeah. Fuck that bitch.
You need that as a kid, though.
We don't. Yeah, sometimes you need some adversity, right? So that hopefully is gonna make him a little tougher than his father. Maybe his father.
That little shit.
Yeah. Like I was like, what the fuck?
It's like, whoa.
Like, oh man, I would have been like, reaction.
Damn, bitch. Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, we're gonna hell.
Hey, I just want to make it clear. I'm not racist. It's just funny laughing at some things like stereotypes, like saying Jewy or misogyny, Karen. The Karen shit. Yeah, like this is not like it's just funny how some things just fall into categories, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, what are the chances that this bitch with the Karen haircut would do that shit? Probably like 99%. Because any bitch with that haircut would probably do that shit.
Yeah, man.
She probably wanted to speak to her manager, like, bitch, I'm watching a baseball. Let me
where's
speak
your
to
manager? Where's your manager?
I'm at a baseball game, bitch.
I'm my own manager.
I'm my own manager right now. Like, what the fuck? Speak to me, bitch.
Yo, and just to move on real quick, talking about bitches, yo.
Nice.
What's up with your guy Suarez, yo?
All right, first of all, Suarez, you are not a bitch.
You are a bitch.
No, you're not a bitch. I stand 10 toes down with that shit, bro.
You're a bitch. By the way,
I stand 10 toes. I'll spit on a coach too, bitch.
Before we get into it,
fuck y'all. He said, what if they said some shit?
Okay, hold on. I'm
gonna spit on you too.
In case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, so the league championship for MLS was last weekend. It was Inter Miami
versus the Seattle Sounders,
and Miami lost 3-0. All
right, we don't have to do all that.
Of course, we have to give the whole facts.
All right.
And when they lost, so here's the thing: we didn't catch what happened right before this, but at one point, Suarez had a guy by a chokehold, basically. And then he went up to a coach. Did you see the video where he had the guy by like a chokehold?
No. I didn't want to know anything about that final. Okay. That shit broke my heart.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. You need to watch the clip. He's a dirty ass player. So he has the kid by the chokehold. Of course, that brings everybody to the field because, like he's saying whatever the fuck he's saying. We don't know what he said. And nobody shared really anything what he said. And then of course after the scuffle, he goes up to the coach. Of course, the coach is gonna be mad. You just put a kid on a chokehold. I mean, this is a young kid. I mean, maybe 20, 21, maybe 22. He's not that old. And you, as a grown ass man, what is he? 34, 35?
He's 38.
38, even worse. Okay?
30, yeah.
You, as a grown-ass fucking man, you should know better. And then, of course, the coach is going to say something to him. And then he went and spit on the coach.
Okay.
By the way, just to put it out there, this is not the first time Suarez does something like this.
Some heinous shit. I get it.
In 2014, during the World Cup,
yes,
he was playing for Is it Paraguay or Uruguay?
Uruguay, yes.
Of course.
The famous bite.
He was losing, and he decided to bite Italian player. Dirty.
Sometimes you just gotta bite motherfuckers. Listen,
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you something, Leo, and this is coming from the bottom of my heart. Sore winners are gonna create sore losers. If you're a sore fucking winner, if you're talking shit after you already won, if you're talking shit after you already like the whistle blew, then you're a sore fucking winner, and you just want to rub it in these guys' faces. Pause. You just want to like rub your win in these guys' faces because they're the best team. They're listen, Seattle Sounders, you're never ever gonna have a career like the people who play in Inter Miami do. Okay, you're never gonna have that type of career.
What a hater.
One,
what a hater.
Two.
Hater.
Oh yeah, I'm a hater.
Yes.
All right. What happened when the sore winners at that the parents of the sore winner parents at that remember my nephew's thing? They were sore winners, right? What did it create? Sore fucking losers, and we were about to fight them all. Weren't we?
Yeah.
Weren't we? Okay. Same fucking shit. Don't be a sore fucking winner, and you won't have that type of reaction.
But here's the difference, and now I'm glad you bring that up. Okay.
Damn it, he got me.
Because those are kids, and the parents are adults. I was mad at the adults. I wasn't mad at the kids.
And we're all adults.
No.
In the soccer field.
But yes. But he is a 38-year-old fucking adult grown-ass man with kids most likely and all that shit. This guy is maybe in his early 20s. I would probably put him at 21 maybe, okay? And I'm going to tell you how I know he fucked up. What did Messi do during the whole scuffle? What did he do?
He just looked around. He was watching from far away.
And what did he do?
He watched the team celebrate their thing and stood by.
But then he went and he spoke to the coach, the Saunders coach, and congratulated him and had a good conversation while the fucking scuffle is going on.
Yeah, well, Messi's a man of class. Like, you know, you gotta have the captain represent. But I'm also look. I'm gonna be the face of this. I'm gonna be the captain. I'm the representative of this team. I gotta be the most professional. But I'm gonna send my hound dogs to do my dirty work, bro.
He didn't want nothing to do with it. And anytime Suarez gets into any scuffle or anything, Messi is nowhere to be found.
Because Messi's not that type of guy. He'll get confrontational in the game, but he's not the type to fucking be a sore loser.
No, but
and he already has the World Cup.
I'm just talking about during a game. If Suarez gets into anything with a game, you'll see other players come in and try to diffuse it or get involved or anything. Messi walks away because he knows the type of player he is. Listen, they're teammates because it just happens to be that they paid a bunch of money to bring these players together. But just because you're teammates doesn't mean you're friends or doesn't mean you agree with everything. And actions speak louder than words. And the fact that every time Suarez starts something on the field, Messi walks away, tells you what he feels about this guy.
I think who walks away in any confrontation that doesn't involve him. If it involves him, then he's right there, front and center.
I feel like there's other ones where he tries to come in and de-escalate.
Yeah, but I think he was also it was a lot of people. I feel like he just
but I agree with that. I understand in this situation, but I'm talking about in general. There's other scuffles that Suarez has started because unfortunately this is the kind of player he is. You don't see Messi trying to de-escalate it. He just walks away.
Do I think because you just if your homie, you know your homie, you know he's a wild card. You just gotta let your homie be and understand, and your homie has to understand that that's not you, but you also have to understand that is who your homie is, and whether and if maybe they have an understanding. He's like, yo, look, listen, Suarez, I'm not gonna back you up when you do your shit. You do your shit on your own accord. You know, I'm not going to back you up in it. You are who you are. I am who I am. If we could be friends with this understanding, then we can be friends. If we can't, then we can't. You know? All right. Could have Suarez had more coof and more class? Yeah, of course. I'm not saying he should have reacted like that. Yeah. I'm saying you are a sore winner because you're an MLS team and you just beat the biggest team in MLS. You just beat one of the most prestigious players to ever play the game. You beat Busquets. You're thinking you're going against prime Barcelona, but you're not going against prime Barcelona. This is Inter Miami, and these are all players well into their 30s, almost about to hit 40. There's nothing to be proud of here. Y'all, some Seattle, you guys all suck.
No, you're talking shit because if Inter would have won, you would have been over here celebrating, sucking all these guys' dicks here, talking about how good they are, and all this stuff.
Duh.
But because they lost, now you want to downplay the win. Don't downplay the win.
I'm gonna downplay the win.
Don't downplay the win.
Because you're a sore winner. If you're you're a sore winner because they were talking shit.
And you know what? Suarez would have done the exact same shit. He does because he is a sore.
No,
dirty
he's not
player.
a sore. He's not a sore winner. He's a sore loser. He's not a sore winner.
He is.
He's not when he wins.
He's a dirty player. Period.
Maybe he's a dirty player.
Not maybe. It's proven fact. There's way more. There's a lot of fucking evidence.
Look, could he have handled it differently or better? Of course.
No, of course. Not could have. He should have.
He should have. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's basically what I'm saying. He could have. He should have, but he didn't because
he's a dirty player.
No, but it's you sparked a reaction out of somebody. I'm not even talking to, and Seattle Sounders, you have nobody on your fucking team. I'm back to that shit.
And they still beat you guys.
You have nobody
so you guys suck.
on
Inter
your
Miami
team.
Sucks. They suck balls.
Bro,
they lost 3-0 to a team that has nobody.
Yeah.
So they suck.
All they have is a bunch of young players that run around.
They suck.
They don't suck.
Inter Miami sucks. They lost to a bunch of nobody.
If they sucked, they wouldn't have made it to the final.
And they lost to a bunch of nobody, so they suck.
Nah.
Listen, you either got to give the Sounders their flowers or you got to say Miami sucks.
No.
Either or. Because if the team...
No, Miami doesn't suck.
And they do suck.
And then Seattle Sounders has nobody. Both can be true at the same time.
And Miami sucks.
Hey, nobody's win shit a lot of time.
And Miami sucks.
No.
They got beat by nobodies.
All right.
They suck.
Yeah, they don't suck.
Listen, I would have given it to them. I would give you your point if it was 0-0 and it went into penalty kicks and then they won in penalty kicks.
No.
Because in penalty kicks, anybody can win.
They don't suck. The fucking coaches Inter Miami suck. They made a bunch of stupid moves. The whole game they started with a player that has been doing great that whole tournament, and they benched him.
They suck.
The fucking
Miami
coaching sucks.
Inter Miami sucks.
The coaching sucks.
You don't want to believe it, but they suck.
All right.
They lost a bunch of nobodies.
Okay, we're gonna play the nobodies. Fuck Seattle nobodies. We're gonna play the Seattle nobodies.
Okay.
Again, and I'm going to that game, and I'll let you know if they actually suck, because what happens is, as much as of experience that we have, we also have inexperience. And that inexperience fucking turns the legs into jelly of a majority of the players. Think about it. The only seasoned players you have are Jordi Alba, Messi, Suarez, and Busquets. That's 4 of 11 players. So when 7 players
you just said 11 out of 0 don't have the experience in the Sounders.
I said 7 players.
No, but you said Sounders have nobody, so they have 0 players with experience.
But what they had was good coaching. You're not listening to what I'm saying. Is that when you're coaching, you're supposed to instill confidence in the players. The players didn't have confidence because they didn't have their full team. This guy Segovia that usually plays and starts for us, he was benched. That's a stupid mistake on behalf of our coaching.
If he was injured,
he's not injured. He's good because they played him in the second half. He's good.
Maybe he was tired. Maybe he's worn out, and that's why they wanted to save his legs for.
You don't do that in the final.
But of course,
no, not in the final. In the final, you rest him in the training periods. You minimize his training so he could come in fresh for the finals. What I'm saying is that he's fresh, and he got benched the week before. They think that because what worked on Orlando, a team that beat us 2 times already, couldn't beat us in the League Cups. We actually beat them 3-1. Right? They thought that same strategy was going to work against Seattle. And what I'm saying is Seattle's coach was like a 60-year-old man with notepads and everything dissecting the game. That's what I'm saying. The coaching beat us. These players are nobodies. These are literal nobodies. formulate the nobodies to fucking beat the somebodies with bad coaching.
The winner are the better team.
No, they're not.
Hey, listen.
No, they're not. Okay, no.
At this point,
no.
the winners. You got to say they're the better team.
No, the winners had a better night and better coaching.
Hey, it was 3-0.
The better.
I would
Yeah,
give you your argument.
the last two goals was out of like because the last two goals came in because we had. This is what I'm telling you. The coaching was retarded. We had 8 attackers on the field and 3 defenders.
I get you.
That's because the whole time it was if you watch a game, the whole time it was 1-0 until the last 10 minutes.
Yeah. That
he started adding a bunch of attackers. That is the most desperate and idiotic shit that you can do as a coaching staff. That's what I'm saying. This was a battle of coaches and the coaches, and Mascherano lost the game against an experienced seasoned vet.
Inter Miami sucks. Period.
If they sucked, they wouldn't have made it to the finals.
But the same argument can be said about Seattle.
I'm not saying Seattle sucks. I'm saying they have nobodies.
And the nobodies beat you guys, so you guys suck.
Yeah, because of the coaching. You see what I'm saying?
Nah, you guys suck.
We don't suck.
Hey.
The Broncos suck.
Hey.
Broncos suck, fat dick. They haven't been great since Peyton Manning was there.
Yeah, you're right. You're right on that. You're right on that. But last year
and Dominican Republic sucks at baseball, bitch.
Yeah, that's a lie.
No, that is a lie.
That's a lie. You can't say shit about that, but whatever. So
that's like saying Japan sucks at making cars.
Whoa.
And anime.
Damn. Okay.
Was that racist?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Yeah. Yo.
Anyway,
I think we're good.
That was a nice little tidbit.
Yeah, that was good. I honestly, Suarez
fuck Seattle nobodies. I'm gonna come up with a chant.
Listen, when they beat you again, second time,
they won't. We're gonna be at home, and I'm gonna scream a scenery.
You'll be like, "Oh, Messi."
No, I'm gonna be like De La Vega. I'm gonna be like De La Verga. I'm gonna be yelling shit like that, but from the row 30 or something, because we're all the way up. I don't, because usually I'm at row 5, 7.
Fancy.
Yeah, but no, I'm gonna be at row 30.
Yeah. Yo, before I leave, before I finish, next week, I'm gonna go see one of your favorite teams play.
Argentina.
No.
Oh yeah, Emelec.
The Clasico.
Look, I'm Emelecista by association.
By family.
Yeah, bro. I got jumped into that gang. I really had no other choice.
Hey, you could have been Barcelonista.
It could have been worse. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. So I'm going to a Clasico.
You better not be wearing neutral shit.
Yo, I'm gonna be wearing white.
Hey, Leo has no idea. I gotta. Leo has an idea because of the stories he's heard. He's never been to a Clasico, right?
Never been to a soccer game.
Dude, what?
For a soccer game.
Damn, I've been going to like.
Yeah, but that's like if I ask you if you've been to a football game.
I've been to a football game.
Have you?
Yeah, Dolphins.
Ugh, that's not real.
Oh, both actually. I went to a Dolphins game and a Jets.
You didn't go to a football game.
You want to watch fucking what did I go watch? Fucking high school
football, basically.
Yeah,
that's yeah. They're not even good for college. Yeah, but
fucking Notre Dame got him.
Oh, yeah, basically. Yeah, man. So next week I'm gonna go see El Clasico. Hopefully, Emelec comes out with W because they need it in order to make it to the playoffs.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so right now Emelec is on their number 9th in the thing. They need to be in the top 8 in order to get to the playoffs. Barcelona is number 2. They need to win in order to be number 1. So this game is going to really mean something.
It's like a make or break for both.
Correct. So this is going to make it even more interesting because they both need a W. So because both need a W, there's going to be more contested plays. They're going to be more aggressive. There might be some injured players.
Might be some fights. and not even on the field, in the stand.
Yeah.
Because the tension's so high.
Yeah, I heard that they won't even let Barcelona fans go in. So if you have a Barcelona jersey, they won't let you in.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, dude.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't fucking matter.
They wear whatever
they want. And I'm gonna tell you one thing. I've seen Barcelona fans. My first Clasico was, you're going to the Capwell?
What is that?
Emelec Stadium.
Yeah.
Okay, that's El Capwell.
Okay.
I went to El Monumental, which is Barcelona Stadium.
Yeah.
I sat surrounded by a bunch of yellow shirts. I had neutral colors on.
Yeah.
And my uncle goes, listen, don't celebrate any goals that Emelec makes because they're going to fuck you up here. Then this one bitch with fucking bowling ball balls celebrates the Emelec goal in front of all these yellow shirts. And then she turned, not only is she celebrating, she turns around at all of them. And she's like this. Bro, all I saw was beers, bottles just being thrown at her. And she was drenched. And she was like, and she just turned around and sat the fuck down. That was the lesson I needed to fucking learn to understand who the fuck I was fucking dealing with, bro. I'm like, oh, that's what they do over here to a lady, to a young girl. They fucked me up, bro. They beat the shit out of me.
Oh, for sure.
And I wasn't a kid at the time. I was like 14, 15. I wasn't like I had some height to me.
Yeah, they would have
fucked me up. Bro. I wasn't no 8-year-old, 9-year-old kid, bro. They would have fucked me up.
Oh man.
So that's the type of environment you're walking into. The good thing is that you guys are at home.
Yeah.
You guys are at home. That's the good thing. I was in the fucking trenches, dog. I was in the trench. I did not realize the magnitude of the danger I was in until I saw that shit.
Damn. Nah, yeah. I'm gonna wear, I'm even thinking of wearing like just gray.
Yeah, just gray.
Just gray.
Just gray.
Because, MLS does have black. They do have because now they have the black
They
jerseys.
have gray too. Don't wear gray. Actually, they've had gray in their past. Don't even wear gray. Don't even wear anything close to that.
Red?
Wear your Broncos.
Broncos. Nah, I can't wear my. Then they got,
then they'll rob you or some shit.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, by the way, man, it's dangerous out there.
We're
like the center and the traffic capital of the world, bro. Everything washes through us, bro.
Yeah, for real, dog.
At this point, yeah,
drug smuggling is crazy up in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I'm gonna be in Ecuador. Hopefully, I'm gonna get to enjoy, have a good time.
Shout out to Leo for going back to his motherland, bro.
What? What? Nah. Wife's motherland, and it's a cool spot. So get to go have a few days to
drink uncontrollably.
Nah, can't do that. Can't do that. Black hours. Don't know what I'll say
or where you'll end up.
Yeah, especially I'm going with your brother. He's unpredictable.
You can't have two alcoholics on a trip together. That's just too much.
Oh no, we're gonna have like 4.
Yo, I hope you guys come back safe and sound with a bunch of stories. Just
that nobody's gonna tell.
Make it through a lot. No snitching.
No snitching. Yo, see this motherfucker's gonna get me in trouble.
Yeah.
It's bad enough.
This is what happens at the end.
That's what happens because your sister's already saying that I'm why this is not gonna be a good trip, and
they never have trust in us,
right?
Like
dude, I go nothing but to have fun. Like I don't think about like some of the things that she has in her brain because that's not what I go to have a good time with.
Right.
It's just to have a good time with the fellas. You drink, you talk shit, and nothing about nothing that she's thinking of. But it is what it is.
Right, like the bitches.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, we're gonna have a good time. I'll bring you some stories.
Yes, sir.
For episode 16, and you're definitely gonna be hearing some stories about that.
That shit's gonna be fun. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
And we're gonna talk about the game. By that time.
By that time, we'll talk about the result of Canelo Crawford too.
Of course. Yeah. So
that's gonna be fun, man.
It's gonna be a good episode, man. But yo, you got anything else you want to talk about?
Nah, man. Fuck you, Karen. You Karen bitch. Also, fuck you for reporting me. I was gonna bring your food to you, but then you did that bullshit, so I had to eat it.
Man, so bad.
So unfortunate. Best chicken tenders I've ever had in my life. Shout out to Huey Magoo's. That's about it, man. That's all I got.
Yo, we appreciate you. Keep
watch
listening.
out for potholes.
Yeah, watch out for those. I don't know why they put them in the street.
Blew up the shit out of my tires, bro. Like, do you see all the strands of metal, like the little like?
Yo, that happened to me. It's funny. I was in the highway though. I was in the highway, and then I'm driving, and then all of a sudden I tell your sister, yo, something happened to my tire, and I'm like, and then I pull to the side. Yo, the whole thing on the side is coming completely out. The wires, everything. Luckily, I was half a mile from my exit, and I said, and I know on my exit there's a gas station right there. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. It's already bad. I'm gonna have to buy a new tire, so I'm not fucking up the tire.
You could fuck up the rim like that.
I can fuck up the rim
if you keep going.
But it was less than half a mile, and I literally basically crawled. I didn't even
step on the gas.
I just kind of let it go till I got to the gas station. I had to pull over in the gas station, change my own fucking tire. Mind you, I'm on a fucking suit because I'm coming from work. So I had to man. So it just got really.
Yeah, I had to change my tire in my work uniform too, bro, because I was working Uber Eats straight out of work.
Yeah.
Didn't change. That reminds me, I gotta do AAA. I gotta add AAA to my shit, and I gotta keep a spare set of clothes in the car for any physical activity that I might have to do.
I had a towel, so I was able to put a towel,
had a towel
on the ground and stuff, and and luckily I always have an undershirt, so I was able to take my dress shirt off.
Oh man,
and get
that's the
comfortable.
worst. That's my biggest fear, actually. Fucking getting that shit and having to pull over on the shoulder and not even having no exit near you.
Yeah,
that's my biggest fear, dude. That's
to
my
me,
biggest fear
is having to change a tire. Yeah, that is, especially if it's a tire that's in the outside.
The outside. Oh, fuck,
that to me would be nerve wracking. But thank God that hasn't happened, and hopefully it doesn't. Knock on wood here a few times, man. But listen, again, thank you for listening. Please share the pod. Please tell us what you think. Give us options. Give us opinions. And yo, thank you. Karens all over the place. So it's Bridgin the Gap Official on Instagram. Click on the link tree. Go follow us everywhere. Share it. Share the clips. Also, we put a lot of time into those clips that I put out and that Jay puts out. So go ahead and please share those.
Share those clips.
Let's try to get some movement and momentum into this pod.
And comment on all, man. I appreciate all the likes. I appreciate everybody that takes their time to listen, bro. I'm so thankful anytime this shit gets over 10 views, because I know, I haven't watched this in that many times. I know Leo probably hasn't watched this that many times. That means there's other people clicking, bro, and, some of them get to 75, 33, bro. I'm thankful for all of that shit because it's a slow building process, and it's good to have some sort of momentum to follow up. So I appreciate y'all. This has been our show. This has been episode 15. 14. My bad. I got ahead of myself.
Got ahead of yourself, man.
Episode 14 of Bridgin the Gap Podcast Official. We love you guys.
We love you. Peace.